dogs are growling. Gemini, I just feel like you may need to leave people where they are at to save yourself the time, okay? Piggybacking off the most recent message I did, runes for Gemini, the title was A Waste of Time, Time is Money. And it's interesting, I said, you know, time is money, that would be the title, because we just got done dealing with the money sign, Taurus, and energetically, someone felt that way, like time is money. In fact, all of their time was consumed by money matters, you know, which is earthly things, materialistic things. Gemini, I kind of feel like your energy, I read for houses, not the sign. So what's going on in the third house of communication, I feel like there is no communication, especially for those who are in this Napoleon complex or they have Chihuahua syndrome, okay? I don't feel like there's really much to say. Aries energy was becoming a force to be reckoned with. And I feel like that force, you're becoming that force to be reckoned with because you're not saying anything. You're not saying anything. If you are saying something, it's kind of like a mic drop and then you're done. There's no going back and forth. There's no Sagittarius energy. There's no debates. There's none of that happening. All right. So we do have death, which Anubis is here. And Anubis was actually coming out in Taurus's reading. All right. The part 2 version. In fact, he is actually right here. All right. So Anubis is definitely in the mix. We also have the Wheel of Fortune here. And I mentioned in Taurus's part 2 version that there is indeed a catalyst here. Or you are a catalyst to someone, or there's something about, I don't know if somebody has like their moon in the 3rd house. They may have Chiron in the 3rd house, or they may have it in Gemini. We have someone their ego may be in the 3rd house or in Gemini. Or there's a Gemini, hello y'all, where you are triggering somebody else's Sagittarius energy, okay? The Hierophant to me is Taurus and Sagittarius. You are triggering somebody's, I think you may be the force here. And I do know, last time I checked, Mars was in Gemini. And that's a clear indication that people's actions is talking. That is so crazy. These blue herons keep coming around. This is so, I've never seen so many of them. And so I am getting Gemini and Aries. So that's like that Mars and Gemini shit. It's a lot of Aries. Anyway, this is basically the vibe I'm getting, all right? We got the Knight of Cups here. Yeah, and this is triggering. I'm definitely getting like an invitation of triggering. Yeah, the Empress is here. The Empress actually came out in Taurus's reading, and the Empress was surrounded by Ace of Pentacles as well as the Nine of Cups. And somebody was in 3 of Pentacles regarding that Empress. Somebody wanted to be in this Empress's energy. That was their wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups. That was who it's like somebody was able to see, like, this is my person, right? But their actions weren't really ready. The person was in Page of Wands energy. How are you in Page of Wands energy in the presence of an Emperor or the Empress? Like, we got to fix that, right? So here we have the Page of Wands, okay, reverse, and we also have the Empress here, reverse, okay? So remember, this page was coming out in Taurus's reading. All right, so yeah, there's something going on. There's something going on with someone's value system, someone's 2nd house, and I feel like you're communicating on someone's 2nd house. You're letting somebody know, like, this Page of Cups, or I'm sorry, Knight of Cups to me is like a triggering type of vibe. Yes, with the deck, Temperance and the Empress is coming out. All right. All right. How many? It's only been 4 minutes. Yeah, and the Magician. Very interesting. And the Hermit. Wow. This is you. Some of y'all may have your Neptune in the 3rd house. It's like this 3rd house energy or Geminis, you're really being put in a position to like check motherfuckers, like, and not on no ego type time. It's just kind of like you guys are the mouthpieces. Like, so I do feel like you're letting someone know, like, you ain't getting to me, bitch, if you ain't willing to do this, bitch. Like, it's kind of giving the vibes. Somebody has to, you're letting somebody know that you are valuing your ego way too much, and I don't have anything to say until you figure out how to die to that ego. Like, we're not getting anywhere until you die to the ego. Like, this is the energy that I'm getting, yo. I'm also hearing Aquarius, and Aquarius is big brother to you, Gemini, to us. Third house. The 11th house is the top tier of all air signs. I'm hearing Aquarius. So, and I see Aquarius in the Magician card with the star. That's Aquarius right here with this little thing, this little star, shooting star. That's Aquarius. That's Uranus. In the Magician card with the Hermit, Virgo. I just feel like somebody's trying to get into your space, or you, them, trying to manifest it, trying to get this thing going. I feel like this is someone's wish fulfillment, but I'm going to see what this Knight of Cups is. Here's the King of Pentacles that was coming out in Taurus's reading. Here's the Lover's card reverse. Here's the Hierophant underneath of that. Like I said, somebody's literally trying to get up in your space. They want you. They see the value, and I just feel like, or this is vice versa, but I do feel like someone's second house is not in alignment. The Lovers is Gemini energy. Hierophant, like I said, is Taurus and Sagittarius. So I just feel like somebody's not in alignment with Sagittarius energy for you, Gemini. So it's like Sagittarius is Jupiter. That's the Wheel of Fortune. And it's crazy because the Wheel of Fortune was coming out reverse for Taurus. There could be also a miscommunication, all right? Or like I said, it's like values are not matching up. It's not. I don't know. It's just different. Like, I feel like a lot of people can try to make it work, and they do. If like the sex is bad, or if someone, you know, has this weird smell, or someone looks like different, or is not your usual type. I feel like those things can be worked on, you know, but the mind, how someone thinks, I don't think that that's something that can be compromised. At least for me as an air sign, that's, if I don't agree with the way that you think, I cannot proceed. I cannot proceed. Like, I can work around if the sex is bad. I can work around if you're not attractive or to my standards. I don't know. I can work around you not dressing the way I see appealing. If your voice is funny, I can work around a lot of things. I can, you know, your means. But the mind, I'm so sorry, like, and I'm not sorry at all. It's just, as a Gemini, my damn self, with Mercury and Gemini in the 8th house, both of which, Neptune and Sagittarius, there's just no way. If we are not on the same page mentally, I cannot proceed. If I can't communicate with you on a deep level, Moon and Pisces energy, I can't do it. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Like, I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what you can provide me. If I cannot connect with you on a mental level, I'm so sorry. We cannot proceed. This is that type of energy. There's something, and everybody has their own thing. That thing is coming up. It's like a non-negotiable thing. I don't know, and it's going to be different. For water signs, it may be a non-negotiable if somebody's not emotionally available. For air signs, it's going to be if you can't connect, you can't have intellectual and deep conversations. Or maybe air signs aren't that deep, but you get what I'm saying. If y'all can't talk about, you know, if y'all care about, like, if y'all thoughts are on different levels, like if somebody's thinking Aquarius energy, like thinking about the future and humanitarian things and how to change the world, and the thinking about the moon, the stars, and the universe, and galaxies and shit. Aquarius would get into that. But a Gemini, and I'm a Gemini, not so much. That's gonna be surface level, social media. But I have my Saturn in Aquarius and I see in Aquarius, so I know the both. But I say all that to say, like, if fire signs, if ain't no passion, and it ain't, you know, if ain't no raising the roof, if fire sign, if you ain't moving the same speed as a fire sign, it's gonna be a no bueno. Did I miss anything else? If somebody is more focused on materialistic things, earthy energy, and you're more focused on, I don't know, emotional energy, it's not gonna work. I'm getting a non-negotiable. it's like, I'm kind of feeling like it's like one of these things, because I really feel like there's people trying to form together, like dynasties, and this also can be like, it is Mercury retrograde here as well, so these literally can be, I'm saying non-negotiable, but I do feel like there's some negotiations being had here. But I feel like obviously it's on a spiritual level. Shit, Pluto's about to be retrograded as well. Shit. We also have a solar eclipse coming up on May 5th. So as of right now, there is no, there's a non-negotiable. So somebody has to meet you where you're at. I mean, look at the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody has to meet you where you're at. This is kind of how it's like, I don't feel like you are, whatever this non-negotiable is, they have to meet you where you're at. It's non-negotiable. We can negotiate everything else, but this one thing, it has to be on the same ground. And that's literally like a Sagittarius thing, like with debates, people when they debate. You can't debate if there's not, like, if you don't agree on at least the same common ground, you're not able to debate. You don't have the same base. That's like the #1 rule in debating. We have to have the same base, and then we can kind of argue or debate our others. Like, this is kind of that energy, like you're not on the same base. And so it's kind of like we can't negotiate shit. It's like, I'm not willing to hear you out unless it's like, this has to be had. Otherwise, I'm not willing to hear you out. I'm not, it's like an energy where I'm not even going to even begin to think about anything else until this is met. So I don't know, man. And I do feel like that's where that force to be reckoned with energy is, because maybe this non-negotiable may have been negotiable before. I don't feel like that's the case, and it's fucking people up because you're a mutable sign, Gemini. Like, you can adapt. You're not adapting on something. You are not adapting on something, and it makes sense, especially with the Wheel of Fortune and the Leo, this lion on top of the wheel. I'm only getting Leo. Well, I'm getting Leo, but what I want to reference for Leo is the fixed energy. Whatever this is on this wheel, that's your non-negotiable, and it's fixed. So like I said, it's like Gemini or those in the 3rd house, even in the 9th house. It's like y'all are mutable. Y'all can work with some shit. But whatever this is right here is fixed. It's in some Leo shit. Like, nah, this has to happen. This has to, you got some shit gotta give, or we ain't giving shit at all. So I do feel like this Knight of Cups is negotiation. Somebody's gonna have to meet you where you're at. You're not about to be busting it open, dropping down, getting your ego on. You ain't manifesting shit. You ain't making nothing. You ain't manifesting shit. Somebody ain't getting access to heaven's gates. They not getting access to you unless this thing is dealt with. Okay. Because before, I just feel like I mentioned this in Taurus's reading or Aries. I don't even remember, but I was getting like, before, somebody was benefiting off of the your emotions. Like, they were getting what they wanted because your emotions were mutable. They can easily manipulate them, but I do feel like there are people who are drying up their emotion. They're not making decisions based off of emotion. And this is fucking people up, especially those who kind of were benefiting off of those emotions. So this is like example to help you understand what I'm saying. It's like when you have sex, the next day you're happy as fuck. You feel great. You get a car, everybody gets a car. Oh, like, you're happy as hell. You just had sex. That sex just puts someone in a good ass mood. And then when you look good, you do good. When you feel good, you do good. That's the energy. So it's like you giving that sex. That's the emotion. That just made somebody feel good. Now they about to go out here and do good. Like Nicki Minaj said, you know, I got him walking around with his chest out. Like, that's the energy. Like, your emotions, you caring, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be sex, but that's an example. Whatever that care and concern is, it makes people walk around with their chest out. It gives them confidence. It livens up their life. And so they're able to manifest just based off of you giving some of your energy. because you're not giving that, Knight of Cups, because you're not giving that, they can't walk around with their chest out. They walking around with the World, 10 of Wands, 5 of Wands. They mad as shit. 2 of Swords. They need healing energy, okay? They need your energy. Star card, 10 of Cups. I'm sorry, 10 of Pentacles. But you're not, somebody ain't giving it until it's, yo, I really, I fuck with it so hard because it feels like for so long, and this is the 3rd house, I just feel like for so long, somebody wasn't being heard. Somebody wasn't being heard. They were being taken advantage of. People were using words to manipulate emotions up out of them. Using words to get something out of somebody that benefited them. I don't feel like that shit's happening right now. And I feel like this is essentially why the pressure is on. So I'm going to get into this on Patreon a bit further here, but it's looking like, you know, this is a direct, especially if this is a twin flame, the Lovers and the Hierophant, this is definitely giving twin flame energy. Somebody, listen, with this Empress and whoever that King of Pentacles is, I feel like the King of Pentacles matches the Empress way better than the Emperor with the Empress. Somebody may be an Emperor energy. And they need to humble themselves into fucking King of Pentacles energy. I'm not sure. It's going to be, I don't know. It's something like that. But it looks like God got somebody on God got somebody by the balls. Somebody, yeah, because Judgment was coming out in Taurus's reading. Judgment with the 3 of Wands. Reversed to what? The door is closed to the Empress. And the Empress is over here. Reversed with the Temperance card. It's like, and then it refers back to the love messages I did for Scorpio energy. And I was like, oh, you got mad spiritual protection around your love life. This is definitely giving me love energy. And I'm merging of bloodlines, or there's bloodlines that's trying to be negotiated. I've never been so confident in my reading. Because it's crazy how this card, Anubis, came out in Taurus's reading, but you see how the scale is off balance? Well, Anubis is right here, but the scale is balanced. And it's crazy because you see that little creature right here? That card came out, actually. That looks just like Emma. That brings devastation. That looks just like him, don't it? Look at that little creature right here. And then look at this one. Again, this card came out in Taurus's reading on Patreon. So this is what somebody was bringing. Devastation. And this is what's being required. Balance, for real. Real balance. And it's fixed. Or these are your ancestors and your guides making sure it's fixed. Like, this is like, to me, putting like a thing in the door to stop the will from, it's like something is in, it's like, because I feel like somebody's trying to keep some shit going, or it's like they're trying to wait for a day where they can get what they want out of you. And I just feel like your guides put like a thing in the wheel, like, oh, nah, we said what we said. And it makes sense because we do have retrograde planets coming up. Mercury is retrograded. Pluto is about to retrograde as well. So this is the 3rd house, Mercury and Pluto retrograding at the same time. That's all about transformation and change. Are you about to do it or are you not? It's truly giving me negotiations. And contracts and giving 7th house Libra energy. So yeah, there's a lot going on, man. 20, 15, 18 minutes already. Yeah, it's a lot going on. We'll see. We see how that go.